Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto, and today guys we are taking another cheeky look at Cardano and SingularityNET. Specifically we're going to be talking about SingularityNET and how they are initiating the phase 2 of their migration to Cardano blockchain. So this is going to be a video all about SingularityNET and their phase 2, but what that might mean for Cardano as well. So if you do find this video useful, informative, go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it. And as do I. And if by chance you're new to the channel and not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, with all that said and done, Chris, shall we jump on over to the desktop, or would you like to talk about the cheeky Cardano pool?
Oh, you know me too well, Nick. Yes, I do want to talk about the Cardano pool. Don't forget, guys, we've set up the Cardano staking pool now under the ticker 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘. If you're not delegating already, then you can obviously delegate to our pool. We'd love to have you minting blocks with us and getting some juicy rewards along the way. So ticker is 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘. You can do this from the ADA Lite wallet, the Atomic wallet, Deadliest wallet, and the Euro wallet as well. Like I say, with the ticker 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘.
Fantastic. Right, let's jump on over to the desktop and take a look at what's going on here with phase 2 of the migration to the Cardano network.
Let's do it.
So SingularityNET initiates phase 2 of the migration to Cardano. And this is fantastic. I kind of followed it a little bit, but the gist of it was a public vote, and we'll get into that in a moment. But SingularityNET, a decentralized platform for AI apps. So for those who don't know, ultimately SingularityNET is trying to create a marketplace, a decentralized marketplace, Chris, for artificial intelligence and AI algorithms, right? So rather than them being centrally held by all these big large corporations such as Microsoft, Google, Facebook, etc. The idea is to make it decentralized, but by making it decentralized via a marketplace, that AI can grow faster and quicker, and it has access to more data sets to learn and evolve at a faster rate. So they're trying to move more from away from artificial intelligence to artificial general intelligence, a self-aware kind of entity. And they do things with hands-on robotics as well to make humanoid artificial intelligent robots. They're really cool stuff. So something definitely to watch if you haven't heard of SingularityNET before. Check it out, it is awesome. But basically in the news today, after its significant democratic vote came to an end, the CEO, Dr. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗦, basically announcing the results on YouTube. And I actually watched his stream on this one to announce it. And the aforementioned vote took place after a phase 2 proposal that was put forward to the AGI token holders. Now, Chris, did you vote?
I didn't vote, no. I'm not gonna lie.
Naughty, naughty, naughty. But I participated.
Nice.
So it's all good. It's all good. So the AGI token holding communities to determine a number of things, right? So what the votes was about was a shift from Ethereum to Cardano, and why wouldn't you? I mean, there's 20 million people that thought no, but I think they were just thinking of themselves.
And we have been talking about the fact that this was going to be happening for some time, haven't we, Nick?
Oh yeah. Loads of projects are leaving Ethereum, and they're leaving as fast as they can by the looks of it. But basically, the first thing that was in that proposal was a shift from Ethereum to Cardano in order to achieve new network functionalities that you just can't get with old tech like Ethereum, right? It's not up to date, and Cardano is a more superior product. So yeah, that's ultimately what that's about. Number 2, SingularityNET layer 2 networks with the aim of driving massive token utilization. So really good adjustments there, fantastic for massive token utilization. And obviously number 3, right? So this is the main one I think drove the big no answers, which was launching a stream of new AGI ADA tokens to drive trillions of AI API calls. And let me break that down for you, because that's quite a big one, right? So ultimately they're wanting to create 1 billion new AGI tokens on the Cardano network. They're not going to destroy, they're not going to burn the 1 billion Ethereum versions of the AGI token, okay? It's a completely new one. So ultimately there's 2 billion that would eventually be in circulating supply. Okay. Now they'll be worth exactly the same. So your Ethereum version can be traded for your ADA version. And that's what I intend to do with my AGI, Chris.
And myself, yeah.
And yeah, basically the other thing about this that's important is that, yeah, it's going to be 2 billion, but there's a release date. Okay. They basically, you're getting 15%, I think, and then it's a 1.5% every year released out of that 1 billion. But basically, I think Ben said it came to like, you know, 99 years or something before all of those 1 billion new tokens would actually be distributed. So it's not like you're going to just drop a whole billion on the community. So it's perfectly fine in my mind.
Yeah. And I was going to say, Nick, you know, it's a move towards making it more decentralized in governance as well, isn't it?
It is, which actually, you know, is the fourth one, right? So that's the moving further towards decentralized governance, which is absolutely, you know, crucial. And it's something that you see quite well with Cardano, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Cardano is the most decentralized, you know, blockchain, isn't it? So yeah, it aligns nicely.
It really does. And I think the two projects, both SingularityNET and Cardano, will work incredibly well together. So for me, it was a big fat yes. And of course, there were a few people that didn't want to do it. And I think that was just around the extra token supply myself. But
yeah, and I was going to say, we've been investing in AGI for a long time now, and we've kind of always had this feeling that it was going to do fantastically well. And you know, this just makes me more bullish on AGI. I don't know if it does you as well.
It really does. It just, now it kind of puts it more to my forefront of my mind, where I'm thinking, okay, maybe I didn't have as much time as I thought, because, you know, artificial intelligence it's a big thing, and it's not something that's easy to necessarily understand. So it's going to take time to actually get that project off the ground, but also to get it known by more people, and for more people to invest in something they understand as well, right? So I always thought that maybe this thing wasn't really going to get into any kind of like adoption pattern until maybe a few years down the line, when people start to actually utilize AI more, because they use it, but they don't know they use it at the moment, right? You have lots of bots all over the place, but it's becoming more and more common practice. So I thought more time, but with the move from Ethereum to Cardano, basically I think enhances that timeline, speeds it all up, which means you have less time to acquire AGI, in my opinion. Specifically, these fantastic prices. I actually bought up some AGI, Chris, a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, when I heard about this. I was like, okay, I'm going to get my Ethereum based AGI now while the price is relatively low, and when the new ones come out, I'm going to just take all that and drop it over into the new one, right? Because ultimately I want the ADA version, not the Ethereum version, because the Ethereum version's going to have, you know, it's on Ethereum, so there's ridiculous fees associated. So the Cardano one's the one I'm going to go for, but I wanted to pay the price that it is today, and I think as soon as these new ones are minted, the price is going to spike. So I got in a little bit earlier, but nonetheless, let's move on. The results for the vote, okay, were 187 million people for a yes and 20 million for a no. So straight away you can kind of tell that 20.5 million people were not exactly thrilled with the idea of it, but 187 million, which was, you know, the majority, were absolutely perfectly fine with it, as was I. So SingularityNET, Chris, will now focus on expanding to the Cardano platform, and this is the part that's really important, because they're kind of not really focusing too much on Ethereum anymore. They're not necessarily doing any of the development over on the Ethereum. They've got new functionality on the Cardano platform that they want to focus on. So yeah, the focus is on expanding to the Cardano platform in full force, and the release of the AGI ADA tokens in line with the distribution model underlined in the Phase 2 white paper, which we just spoke about. So once porting work has been done, users will be able to swap back and forth between the AGI ERC20 token and the AGI ADA token. Okay, and that's exactly what I intend to do. Since the two species of the tokens will be swappable one for one, they will have the same value, which we already covered. So expanding on what the community vote on the proposal, would entail, Ben went on to say that a shift from Ethereum to Cardano wouldn't mean that AGI ERC20 tokens would be replaced. Instead, a new AGI ADA token would be created on the Cardano platform to go along with it, which again we covered. And basically, this is the quote that I find quite powerful, right? So basically, you know, why move from Ethereum? Well, it's just a technically superior blockchain platform. So we really felt that this was the best way to work towards our mission to beneficial, decentralized general intelligence. Okay, so he's basically talking about here, why move to Cardano when Cardano is basically a technically superior blockchain platform. And this guy's a genuine genius, so you have to kind of believe him on that one, Chris.
Yeah, and you know, there's another quote here, isn't there? You know, around the ambitious Ethereum 2.0 design, holding promise, but the timing of the rollout of the different aspects of the next generation Ethereum remain unclear, along with many of the sort of practical or practicalities, isn't it, of the project. And we've talked about this sort of at length, haven't we, on live streams, about the fact that, you know, it's likely to take around 2 years to sort these or resolve these issues. And, you know, along that route or that path, they're likely to hit I don't know, hurdles along the way, right? Because it's not like they're building it from scratch like what Cardano have done. They are basically remodeling a house, as I think it's been quite you know, well articulated when we've discussed this before.
Yeah, absolutely. And so let's take a look at the SingularityNET chart, right? So we did the Cardano chart earlier today. So we're going to have a look at this one, right? So this is SingularityNET as it stands. We can have a Fibonacci retracement here from the 1st of February through to the high level here of the 4th of February, right? So we can see that move to the upside. We had the little mini correction in here and that almost went to 50% correction and then shot on up like a moonshot, right? And that moonshot happened on the 7th of February, just 3 days ago, which I think coincides, Chris, with the vote coming in and around that date. So really good stuff. And as you can quite clearly see, right, we shot up from down here where we were at basically 8.8 cent, right the way up to a high level on the 9th of February, which was 14.5. So significant growth on the AGI token. And we had obviously had a pullback today. Again, to be expected, and straight away that's pulled back up as well. So we can see the volumes are doing quite well. They've come up nicely. They've come down a little bit in the daily here. We were overbought, and that's just actually below the 70 line on the RSI as well. So everything is looking pretty good here on this 12-hourly view. And if I pull this down into a 1-hourly view, it will show us a little bit more of exactly what's gone on here with this correction coming down. The correction has actually been quite painful because our volumes haven't exactly dropped. They've kind of just been floating around the same kind of level. But what that did mean was it dropped us from an overbought situation on this RSI all the way down to the 30 level, almost oversold, right? And that correction and that price came down quite heavily. But in doing so, we've actually corrected quite nicely back to the upside. And the volumes have started to increase again on the hour. So that's really nice to see. So currently at about 53 on the RSI here. So lots of room to the upside as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get past all of this stuff as well in the short term. But if I just pull this back to the daily, what this is going to allow us to do is just quickly take a look at what those price targets are. So we're basically taking out the first price target, Chris. That was 13.8 cent, right? The second price target that we're going after here is 18.3. And then after that one, we're talking about 22.8 and then 25.6. But by no stretch of the imagination are those limited in any way. They are just good guides at the moment. And I think we still have a good shot to go much higher than that in both the short term, medium terms as well. I think we've got a lot of promise here. And I think the move to Cardano is going to help the AGI price significantly. What are your thoughts, Chris?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's going to be great for both projects. I think, you know, we invested in both not knowing that they were going to sort of link up, I guess. You know, we had an inkling that, you know, there was always a possibility, right? But, you know, I guess believing and seeing are two different things, right? So yeah, I think it's going to be great for both projects. I think, you know, it's perfect timing, and you know, it's everything that we've been talking about. And I think fundamentally it is great for us to be seeing this. I'm sure you align to this, Nick, because we've been talking about the fact that Ethereum were going to be having problems, that projects were going to be moving away from Ethereum, and then, you know, to see it, yeah, it's one thing talking about it, but it's great to see it in fruition. And I think, yeah, like I say, if I keep feel like I'm sort of drumming the same, banging the same drum, I guess. Yeah, it's going to be great for both projects. Really is.
It really is. It's going to be amazing for both projects, and I'm really keen to see how SingularityNET develops out now, because one of the things that I was always holding it back was Ethereum, really, in my opinion. And I think with the new tokens, that's going to give them the capital as well that's going to be required to really push ahead and beat back the big tech companies that are moving slightly faster than SingularityNET. So hopefully this is going to be a really positive thing for the community, for the decentralization of artificial intelligence. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the future, Chris. So
one thing I was going to say, Nick, sorry, was, and I keep talking about it from a Cardano standpoint, and XLM as well, Africa. Yeah, like Africa would be a fantastic fit for Singularity's use case as well. So, I'm just going to put that out there for people to sort of mull over in their minds. But I wouldn't be surprised if SingularityNET are going to sort of start looking at Africa alongside Cardano and XLM as well.
Absolutely. So guys, if you have found this video useful, informative, go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it, as do I. And if you're new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with all this said and done, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Take care.